Welcome once again to Musings by Danon. Every once in a while, it's nice to read something lighthearted and silly, and thanks to Patreon supporter Waffles, I was able to do so. Waffles sponsored this video, so huge thanks to him and the rest of my Patreon supporters. The manga that I read this month was called Hard-Boiled Cop and Dolphin. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically, if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Okay, let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. Hard-Boiled Cop and Dolphin is available to read on Manga Plus as well as Viz's Shonen Jump app. I'm not sponsored by either, but both of those are legal ways to read the manga, and I highly recommend both of them. Regardless, you're wondering if this manga is for you. Well, it's only 5 volumes and a short 47 chapters, so finding out won't take you long. But what's the story about? Obviously, it's a story about a hard-boiled cop and a dolphin. Boyle Samajima is a hard-boiled cop. He's so tough that even his thought bubbles have blood splatter. Look how much I love action! In fact, he loves action so much that he got fired from being a Tokyo police officer and sent to the Ogasawara Islands. Known as the Bonin Islands here in the west, they are a small archipelago about 1,000 kilometers south of Tokyo. That's 610 miles in freedom units. Though there are about 30 tropical islands, only 2 of them are currently populated. I did a bit of research on the islands and found out that the only way to get there is via ferry from Tokyo that only leaves every 6 days or so. The ferry takes 24 hours to arrive at one of the 2 populated islands, but delays due to weather are common. Arriving on the island, Samajima reiterates how hard-boiled he is, and wonders how he's supposed to find any action. And sure, though his thought bubbles have blood splatter, it's not from a nosebleed. First of all, he doesn't have dirty thoughts, at least not all the time. But secondly, who gets nosebleeds from dirty thoughts? What is this, a manga? Of course, we see he's proven wrong almost immediately when he encounters his new coworker, Umi Nanase. She's a beautiful and shapely young lady who has a problem with her button popping off of her uniform every time she salutes. Which, of course, triggers a nosebleed from Samajima. And that also means his thought bubbles shouldn't have blood splatter anymore. Samajima soon discovers why he was brought to this island. They are desperate for experienced police officers, ones who know how to handle an investigation. Specifically, the case of a girl raised by a dolphin. Not long ago, there was a cult that worshipped a little girl. Known as the Cult of the Sea, they called her an oracle. It was said she could speak with dolphins. The media even caught wind of it, and news outlets throughout the nation brought public attention to this girl who led her cult. One day, the whole cult vanished. Apparently, they went out to sea and their boat sank. Only the girl survived, and she was brought back to the island, riding on the back of a dolphin. That dolphin is Samajima's new partner. And since the girl is in police protective custody, she tags along on a lot of their missions. So now we have a hard-boiled detective trying to ascertain the purpose of the porpoise he's partnered with, and find out just how weird this little girl is. Spoiler alert, she's basically Haruhi. For their first case, the 2 head out to deal with some tourists. One of them is claiming that he was the victim of a hit and run. After all, look at the damage to his car. But something seems off. He won't show his ID to the police, which sets off red flags in both Samajima and his partner, the dolphin. The tourists turn out to be punks and try to escape, but both Orpheus, the dolphin, and Samajima draw their guns. Now, unlike in America, there are several officers in Japan who will go their entire careers never even firing their guns. But that's not the case with these 2. They both fire, which shocks Nanase. But then Orpheus tells her she should look closer. They fired to save a life. Both Orpheus and Samajima saw that the car would have hit a woman and her child, so they shot out the tires, causing the car to crash. And so Samajima comes to realize that maybe his time as a hard-boiled cop who loves action hasn't come to an end. Maybe there's enough crime in this small island 1,000 kilometers south of Tokyo that he'll get his fill of action. He'll also get his fill of weirdness. This manga is hilarious. Lots of good physical humor, as well as a good amount of wordplay, which I'm a fan of. I want to thank Waffles for bringing it to my attention. If you're wanting a good laugh, check out Hard-Boiled Cop and Dolphin. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Dana. There are several tiers to choose from. You can pick an anime or manga for me to do a video about, or you can join our monthly manga club. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Nazwin Konga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, William Pye, Kazaris, Booksoup, Patrick, Naffy, Noodle, Tiz, Art, Richard, Devin, Lucius, Sint, and Bonnie. You guys are awesome. I post anime or manga videos often, or you can click here to watch additional videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.